If you've ever met a Filipino, you'd probably agree, they're truly special. Always smiling, always friendly, and somehow always making you feel like you've known them forever. Wherever they go, they bring this warm, positive energy that's hard to forget. And maybe that's why Filipinos are loved, not just in Asia, but all over the world. But behind those smiles lies something deeper. What is it that makes Filipinos so optimistic, kind, and universally admired? In today's video, we'll explore 10 reasons why Filipinos are among the most beloved and respected people on earth. If you're Filipino, see how many of these you recognize in yourself. And if you're an international friend, get ready to understand why the people of this country are so special. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video, especially if you're proud of the Filipino spirit, or simply want to spread a bit of warmth to the world. Now, let's start with the very first reason. Number 10. A unique sense of humor. In the middle of heavy traffic in Manila, someone turns on karaoke on their phone and starts singing an old love song. A few minutes later, people in other cars start singing along. Laughter spreads among the honking horns, and suddenly, a frustrating afternoon turns into an impromptu concert. If there's one superpower that makes Filipinos loved all over the world, it's their unique sense of humor, the ability to turn ordinary moments into joyful ones. At family meals, even with just a simple bowl of soup, someone will crack a joke that makes everyone laugh. When it rains and the streets flood, they don't complain. They joke, "At least we have a free swimming pool today." In the Philippines, laughter is everywhere. In eateries, markets, schools, and even offices during work hours. For Filipinos, humor isn't just about fun, it's a way of life. It helps them stay lighthearted under pressure, connect with strangers, and rise again after tough days. A well-timed joke can turn strangers into friends. A smile can ease the heaviest atmosphere. On social media, Filipinos are often called the masters of joy. Their funny clips, parodies, and memes spread across TikTok and Facebook, not because of special effects, but because of their natural optimism, wit, and charm. And the most beautiful thing is this: they don't laugh to escape reality. They laugh to make reality easier to live with. Maybe that's why the world loves Filipinos, because when they smile, you don't just see joy, you feel the strength behind that joy. And what about you? Have you ever found yourself laughing because of a Filipino? Number 9. The spirit of helping. Bayanihan. On a small road in Luzon, after a storm has just passed, a group of men gather to lift an entire wooden house and move it to a safer place. No machines, no contracts, no payments. Just joined hands, strong shoulders, and warm smiles under the golden afternoon sun. But the most amazing thing isn't the house they're lifting. It's the spirit they're lifting together. That moment captures the essence of Bayanihan, the soul of Filipino community life. Bayanihan comes from the word bayan, meaning village or nation, but its meaning goes far beyond a place. It's the belief that when one person is in need, the whole community rises to help. During massive typhoons like Haiyan in 2013, people opened their homes to strangers, shared food and water, and helped each other without hesitation. No one needed to be told. They simply knew it was the right thing to do. And even today, that same spirit lives on. Young volunteers cooking meals for isolated neighborhoods, online communities raising donations for the poor, or a young man stopping his motorbike to help an elderly woman cross a busy street. Bayanihan isn't an obligation. It's a beautiful instinct of kindness. Maybe that's why the world loves Filipinos, because even in hardship, they always know how to lift each other up with their hands, their hearts, and their unshakable belief that kapwa, we are one. And you, have you ever witnessed a moment of Bayanihan in your own life? Number 8. Genuine hospitality. If you've ever been to the Philippines, chances are, what stays in your heart isn't just the turquoise sea or the white sandy beaches, but the way people here make you feel like you've come home. This story begins on a hot afternoon in Cebu. A foreign tourist got lost in a maze of narrow alleys, his phone battery dead, unable to find his way back to the hotel. He stood helplessly in front of a small house with a blue door when a middle-aged woman stepped outside. Without asking much, she invited him in, offered a cool glass of water, and asked her son to help him find the way. A few minutes later, the whole family prepared a simple meal of grilled fish, steamed rice, and ripe mangoes for their guest. When he tried to pay, the woman smiled and said, "No, my child. In the Philippines, a guest is a blessing." That moment nearly brought tears to his eyes. He realized that kindness here isn't shown through expensive gifts, but through sincerity and the joy of sharing. And the beautiful thing is, that spirit isn't only found in small villages, it spreads across the entire country. In Manila, neighbors still invite each other for morning coffee. On faraway islands, locals willingly share their beds with strangers. During festivals like Sanlog or Ati-Atihan, doors are left wide open so anyone can come in to eat, laugh, and dance together. Many travelers say they come to the Philippines for the scenery, but they return for the people. And perhaps it's that hospitality from the heart that makes the world love Filipinos so deeply. Because in a world that often feels distant, Filipino hospitality is a gentle reminder that sometimes the most welcoming thing of all is a kind heart. Number 7. Adaptability and a global mindset. Wherever they go, Filipinos don't just blend in. They make every place feel warmer. Whether it's Dubai, Tokyo, or Toronto, you can easily spot them in a crowd. A friendly smile, a soft voice, and a way of making everyone around feel welcome. Filipinos carry with them an incredible gift, the ability to adapt to the world without losing who they are. In this age of globalization, what makes them special isn't just their fluency in English or their communication skills, but their flexibility, their eagerness to learn, adapt, and connect with all cultures. They can pick up a new language in just a few months, get used to unfamiliar work styles, and turn those experiences into bridges of understanding. Today, more than 10 million Filipinos live and work in over 100 countries. From hospitals in London to ships sailing the Pacific, to classrooms in Seoul, wherever you go, you'll find a Filipino smiling, carrying the heart of their homeland. They don't just contribute to the global economy. They spread kindness, hope, and optimism. And the most admirable part is that no matter where they are, they keep two simple words close to their hearts: home and hope. They may live among dozens of different cultures, but they always find harmony in humanity and compassion. Filipinos don't just adapt to survive, they adapt to inspire. And perhaps, if you've ever met a Filipino abroad, you'll understand why they always seem to bring light wherever they go. Number 6. Talent and creativity. Not everyone has the means to chase their dreams. But in the Philippines, people always find a way to turn the ordinary into something extraordinary. In a small alley in Quezon City, a young man sits focused, painting on a piece of old wood. His paint comes from leftover cans collected at a nearby construction site, and his brush is made from a few broom bristles tied together. Yet each stroke he paints feels alive, as if an entire world is being created from what others have thrown away. Every brushstroke carries not just color, but faith. Faith that dreams can bloom even in scarcity. That painting later went viral on social media, and was eventually bought by an art gallery in Singapore. But what touched people most wasn't fame. It was the creative spirit that transcends limits, the spirit that has always defined the Filipino people. From street artists turning old walls into massive murals, to designers transforming local fabrics into world-class fashion, Filipino creativity always begins from the heart. They believe that beauty can emerge from anywhere, as long as you dare to see it through the eyes of hope. And through stories like these, a nation has built a legacy of creativity admired around the world. They are the singers who bring their voices to international stages. The engineers, artisans, and young creators who tell their stories through every video, painting, and idea. Filipinos possess a rare gift, the power to turn limitations into inspiration. What about you? Have you ever witnessed that kind of creativity yourself? Number 5. A love for music and festivals. If there's one universal language that every Filipino understands, it's music. And perhaps it's music, not words, that becomes their way of telling their story to the world. From the narrow alleys of Manila to the distant shores of Palawan, you can always hear someone singing, not from the stage but from the heart. Step into any karaoke bar on a random evening and you'll see it, a taxi driver, a store clerk, or a group of students, all singing, laughing, not caring whether their voices are perfect or not. Because for Filipinos, music isn't for performing, it's for connecting. That love for music travels with them around the world. Thousands of Filipino singers perform on cruise ships, in hotels, and at international restaurants. They bring not just their skill, but their joy, and the soul of their homeland. Many travelers have said, when a Filipino sings, you can feel the smile of an entire nation. And when that music blends with color and celebration, it becomes a festival, where every heart beats in rhythm. From Sinulog in Cebu to Bayanihan in Aklan, from Pahiyas in Lucban to Dinajang in Iloilo, each festival is a vivid painting of gratitude and hope. You'll see mothers dancing even after a poor harvest, because for them, joy is the one thing that cannot be taken away. Filipinos know how to turn every day into a song, and every challenge into a dance. Number 4. Kindness and empathy. Sometimes kindness doesn't need to be spoken. It only needs a moment, and a heart that knows how to notice. On a crowded jeepney in Manila during rush hour, a young boy stands by the door, clutching his old backpack. When the driver suddenly brakes, his things scatter all over the floor. An elderly woman immediately bends down to help him, and a young man beside her joins in. No one knows each other, no one says much, just smiles and small nods of understanding. The boy simply bows his head in thanks, but his eyes say everything. Gratitude for a kindness that needs no words. That small moment, seemingly ordinary, says a lot about the Filipino spirit. In this country, kindness isn't a grand gesture. It's a natural reflex, a way of treating others as family. And from those small acts of care, an entire nation has learned to love through action. During Typhoon Yagi in 2024, thousands of Filipinos volunteered to cook and build temporary shelters for people they had never met. No one needed to ask. Helping hands simply reached out, warm and instinctive like a heartbeat. What makes Filipino kindness so special is empathy. They don't help out of duty, but because they feel others' pain as their own. Perhaps it's because they've known hardship themselves, and that's why they understand the value of compassion. Their kindness doesn't seek attention. It lives in the smallest things, sharing a meal, offering an umbrella to a stranger in the rain, or simply giving a comforting smile. And maybe it's that quiet, effortless kindness that makes the world love Filipinos so much. What about you? Have you ever been helped in a simple, heartfelt way like that? Number 3. Resilience in the face of hardship. In the Philippines, there are smiles that don't come from happiness, but from hope. Early morning in Tondo, Manila. In a narrow alley where tin roofs stack upon each other, a man named Carlo pushes his cart of taho, the sweet soy pudding every child loves. He walks nearly 10 kilometers each day, from dawn until dusk. His wife passed away during the COVID pandemic, leaving behind 2 young children. Many told him to stop selling taho and look for another job. But Carlo just smiled and said, "If I stop, who will make the kids smile every morning?" Amid the street noise and exhaust fumes, Carlo's smile shines brighter than the sunrise. He's not just selling taho, he's selling joy, familiarity, and the comforting feeling that no matter how much the world changes, every morning still begins with a smile. That's the Filipino way. They know pain, they know loss, but they never let sorrow extinguish their faith. When faced with hardship, they say, "Kaya pa," which means, we can still do it. It's more than just a phrase. It's a promise to themselves that they will not give up. People like Carlo are everywhere in the Philippines, in markets, in offices, in the smallest streets. Ordinary people carry extraordinary strength. They find joy in the simplest things. An old song, a joke, or a cup of coffee shared with a friend. Because here, hope isn't a luxury, it's a way of life. And when you ask a Filipino why they keep smiling, their answer is often simple. Because we're still alive. And being alive means there's still a chance to start again. That's the true strength of the Filipino spirit. The power of a smile in the face of adversity. A smile not to hide pain, but to light the way, for themselves, and for everyone who sees it. Number 2, strong family values. In the Philippines, every heart beats in rhythm with its family. No matter where they go or what they do, Filipinos carry with them an unbreakable bond. A love that endures distance, time, and hardship. Ask any Filipino what matters most in life, and the answer is almost always the same. Family. Because here, family isn't limited to parents and children. It extends to aunts and uncles, grandparents, close neighbors, even friends who have become like family. Family isn't just where you're born, it's where you belong, no matter how far you've gone. Imagine a quiet evening in a small province. In a modest home, 3 generations gather around the dinner table. There's no fancy meal, just fried fish, boiled vegetables, and stories filled with warmth and laughter. That's the image of the Philippines, where meals don't just feed the body, but nourish the soul. Today, over 10 million Filipinos work overseas. They endure distance from home, from their families, and from their children, just to send money back, for their parents' needs, for their children's education, for dreams they may never see fulfilled themselves. And even when they're halfway across the world, they never skip a video call home. When the screen lights up, a child's voice says, "Ma, kumain ka na? Mom, have you eaten?" The mother smiles through tears. In that brief moment of connection, all the fatigue seems to fade away. Family love is the flame that keeps the Filipino spirit alive. It's the reason they work hard, keep smiling, and never give up, because no matter how life changes, family remains the heart of every journey. That love has shaped a people who know how to care, how to sacrifice, and how to take pride in their roots. Number 1, deep faith and hope. In the Philippines, light doesn't just come from the sun, it comes from the human heart. A quiet light that never fades, the light of faith and hope. Filipinos believe that even when today is hard, tomorrow can still be better. They believe goodness will prevail, that kindness can heal, and that no darkness lasts forever. Deep inside, they trust that a guiding hand from above is always there, not to remove their struggles, but to make them stronger through them. It's a faith that doesn't shout, but lives, in every morning prayer, in every whispered salamat po for life's smallest blessings. Imagine this, a father sitting in front of his home, swept away by a storm, holding his old guitar. Instead of crying, he starts to sing. His voice fills the night, neighbors gather around, and soon the whole community joins in. No one tells them to. They just smile, because in that song lives the belief that everything will be okay. That is the Filipino spirit. Faith in goodness, faith in community, faith in the love of God and of one another. They pray not only to ask for blessings, but to give thanks, for the strength to keep smiling. Their faith doesn't just reach toward heaven. It reaches toward each other, toward compassion, toward kindness, toward the hope that everyone can be someone else's little miracle. This faith and hope form the soul of the Filipino people, warm, resilient, and kind. Whether at home or abroad, the light within them continues to shine, like a lamp that never goes out. And perhaps, that's why the world loves Filipinos, because wherever they go, they carry within them faith, hope, and pride in being Filipino. Filipinos are loved not because they are perfect, but because they are genuine. From their heartfelt hospitality, strong family bonds, humor, resilience, and unshakable faith, they embody the beauty of humanity at its finest. Whether you are Filipino or simply someone who admires this country, remember, every smile, every act of kindness, every small spark of hope can make the world a warmer place. If you feel proud or see a part of yourself in this story, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the spirit of Pinoy pride even further. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.